So a few months ago, I actually made a video regarding the 5 apps that you need for Shopify dropshipping and e-commerce. And this video today, I want to show you guys the 5 apps that you need for this year in 2020 and onwards. Without further ado, let's get right to the video. Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a while since I uploaded a video, but I promised I was going to do 1 video a week, so here I am. So in this video, I want to talk about the 5 apps that you completely need for 2020 onwards. Now I did make a video in 2019 saying my favorite apps for that year, but this year is going to be a little bit different. Don't be alarmed if there's going to be some overlaps because I still use the apps to this day and I still recommend it because of how useful it is. Now, basically these apps that I recommend, these 5 apps are going to be based on functionality, the price, and just overall usage of the apps and how it will help your store grow in terms of revenue and your store as well. If you're new here as well, be sure to subscribe for more content related to e-commerce, dropshipping, entrepreneurship, or if you just like my content in general. I appreciate that as well. If you smash that like button, it'll help with the algorithm and reach as much people as possible so it can help as much people as possible with their stores. So the first app I really recommend is going to be Clayview. Now I know you guys have heard of this app before. It's basically an email marketing software specifically for Shopify. And what it does is, again, as I mentioned, an email marketing software that helps you set email flows, sequences, abandoned carts, and everything else. Now I'm going to say that I'm not a specialist of some kind for email marketing specifically, but I do know a thing or two about email marketing and how useful it could be in the back end, especially when it comes to recovering lost sales and just increasing the lifetime value of a customer in your store. Now I'm going to make another video, separate video, the full tutorial on Clayview and how to use it. So be sure to smash that like button and comment down below if you want that to happen. It's going to be pretty extensive in terms of the content, about 20 plus to 30 minutes long. So if you really want it, be sure to smash the like button and comment down below. The first one is going to be Clayview because of how useful it is for the backend in recovering lost sales, and I believe the pricing plan varies depending on how big your list is. So not to worry if you're just starting off as a beginner, you don't have a big list to begin with, you don't really have to pay for the monthly plan. And I believe if within the first 100 people, your plan is going to be free anyway. So it's going to be a good opportunity for you to screw around with how to use it and how you can make flows yourself to optimize for sales. So the second app we have today is going to be 𝗘𝗰𝗀. Now, for those of you who don't know, you probably do know already because it's one of the biggest apps out there actually for the Shopify App Store. 𝗘𝗰𝗀 is basically a review app that helps you import the different reviews to your Shopify store, specifically from AliExpress. Now, I know if you're beginning off and you're just starting a store, you might not have actually real reviews, coming from your customers. So what 𝗘𝗰𝗀 does is it'll help you import, different reviews from AliExpress directly, and it's going to really help you with the social proof. I'm not saying you should use AliExpress reviews until the end because ultimately you want to have real reviews from your own customers, but it's a really good way to start off, build that trust factor with your customer and really build a rapport and make sure they're buying from you once they land on your homepage, your product page, or whatever your landing page is. 𝗘𝗰𝗀 is actually, I believe, $10 a month to begin with, and the pricing plan goes up from there depending on how much benefits you get and how far in you are with your store. Basically, the more you pay, the more features you have, obviously. And what's great about 𝗘𝗰𝗀 as well is that integrates directly with AfterShip. So whenever a customer receives their product, maybe 2 or 3 weeks later down the line, you can actually send an automated email suggesting the customer to leave a review for your store. And that can actually be like an automated kind of process, which means you can get kind of more social proof along the way and just automate it completely. So that's a very good thing about the app. So if you're interested in checking that out, I'll leave a link down below. I'll actually hooked you up with a 30-day extended free trial instead of the 14-day trial, I believe. So if you click the link down below, I'm going to help you guys with the 30-day free trial so you can actually get 30 days to check it out without paying a single cent. Alright, so this is going to be 𝗘𝗰𝗀. So the third app we want to talk about is going to be Page Optimizer. Now I don't see a lot of people talk about this on the YouTube space for the dropshipping channels, just because it's not really, hyped that much, and people don't really think it's useful. But in my opinion, I think it's one of the more useful apps just because it helps you crush the pictures into smaller sizes, so it really increases your page speed. In 2020 onwards especially, there are two important things that I can think of that's really going to be important for your store. One of them is going to be your website design. You have to make sure it's really clean, of course. Second of all, it's the page speed or the load speed of your store. Especially nowadays, a lot of customers don't really have the patience to kind of wait so long to reach the landing page or homepage. So you have to make sure that your website is fast enough. And this app, Page Speed Optimizer, will help find ways to kind of minimize your page speed and make sure that your website is as fast as it can possibly be. I believe this is also free as well, so not to worry. And this is why it's going to be number 3 on my list. Next, we have Crush.Pix, which is basically something very similar to the Page Speed Optimizer, except I believe it is a paid app. I think it's about $4.99 a month. But in my opinion, I think it's worth every penny, and let me explain why. So Crush.Pix is basically when you have really high definition photos, which could be an issue because if you're importing products from AliExpress, they're actually either really low definition or really high definition. And usually if it's the latter, high definition photos, it's going to take up a lot of space and therefore really reduce your page speed and your page score as well. And what you want to do is basically have those images compressed in your store and your website to make sure that's as fast as possible. So again, it's going to really increase that page speed, something that you're looking for down the line, especially when you bring a lot of traffic to your website. So you want to have some kind of app. It doesn't necessarily have to be this app in particular, but you want to have something that can help you increase your page speed by reducing and compressing the images that you have on your store, especially the product pages and just the banners and the other posters that you have on your front page. So last but not least, I like to leave things to the very end, the best for last, and that is going to be, drum roll, 𝗿𝗲𝘀. Yeah, you heard that. I actually mentioned 𝗿𝗲𝘀 in my last year's video for 2019 on the 5 apps. And I'm going to say it again just because I really love this app. And I'm not really endorsed with them anyway. I'm not getting paid. I'm just simply supporting them just because they're such a great app to use and amazing value for the amount of functions that you can use and the amount of features that it has. Basically, 𝗿𝗲𝘀 is an all-in-one app for Shopify that can help you optimize for sales. It can help you capture leads. It can help you increase your site speed. It can help you make everything a lot cleaner for your website. And I couldn't recommend this more just because it's a really useful app and it's amazing value. And I'm not saying that just because, again, I'm not getting paid, but I would definitely recommend checking out 𝗿𝗲𝘀 just because it's so useful in my opinion. You can actually save a lot more money down the line because actually it has all the apps you need to optimize for sales and optimize for page speed and all that good stuff. Another thing I like about 𝗿𝗲𝘀 is that it's all actually integrated into one, meaning usually when you have different apps, it might slow down your page speed just because it updates on the cloud or something like that. But ultimately, it's going to decrease your load speed. And with 𝗿𝗲𝘀, everything is actually all in one, which means your page speed is really going to increase a lot. On top of the 2 apps that we mentioned, the page speed optimizer and the Crush.Pix, the image compression, you're really going to help increase your page speed and therefore increase conversion rates, hopefully, assuming your website is good enough looking and it's very professional and clean. So these are the 5 apps that I recommend for 2020 onwards. And let me know down below as well if you agree with these apps or you don't agree. I'd like to know down below. And let me know down below as well your favorite apps for 2020 or anything that I missed out on, because I really want to know, and hopefully these 5 apps will help you down the line, because I know it will for sure. Or else I wouldn't be recommending it in this video. But if you found it helpful, make sure to like the video. Smash the like button, help me with the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.